plus mile Goodwill bike trip today, and it was pretty successful. Let's take a look at what we got. Alright, starting first off, I picked up a Nintendo 64 with the expansion, a controller with it, got everything, and paid $12 for it. Now there's a sad part to this story also. You see, I was on my bike this morning, so I could only carry pretty much games on me. So I went to 3 Goodwills, and on the third one, I was down very low on money, and I already rode about 8 miles, and I had about 6 miles to go back home. But the third Goodwill, somebody had just dropped off a new Super Nintendo with a ton of Super Nintendo games. They're selling the Super Nintendo for $9, $3 for each controller. Super Nintendo games, there were some good ones in there. I grabbed the good ones. And then somebody had jumped off. They had 2 64s there. One of them didn't have the AC adapter, but that one that didn't have the AC adapter had the red thing in there. So I pulled it out of there, stuck it in this one, gave them the crappy one. And somebody dumped off these 2 and a bunch of Nintendo 64 games. Somebody had noticed these right when I walked in the store, noticed me looking at them, and the dude came over and he grabbed Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, and Super Mario Kart 64 before I could. I would have liked to have grabbed those. All the games are $3 each at Goodwill, keep in mind. And I know those are both $6, $15, $20 games. And I would have liked to have them, but I didn't get them. And the sad part of the story is that when I went home on my bike, I came back, got in the car, and came back less than an hour later. The Super Nintendo was already gone. I had a gut feeling the whole time. I knew it was going to go fast, and went very fast. So, you know what? I just grabbed this. I needed a Nintendo 64 to begin with, and I figured, hell, $12, pretty nice. The only thing I didn't do is get a memory card, but whatever, I'll find one eventually. Alright, as far as the games I got today, I got some Genesis games, paid $1 each for them. I got, these are all Sonic, actually. I figured, when I do get a Genesis, I'll have, some nice games for it. I got 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 2, and then I got Sonic 1 actually in a box with a manual. Yes, I did get one of the not for resale boxes. And people, I remember about 5-6 years ago, there was a big debate going on. People were wanting to know if this was worth anything. No, they're not. It's worth exactly as much as the other ones are. There was 2 not for resale games made. There was Sonic, and there was Streets of Rage. I don't know if there were promotion games that they sent you for free when you bought the system a certain way, or if they actually came in packaged. I don't know, but no, they're not worth any more. So worth about less than $1 or $1. So worth more to me in my collection. All right, you might have saw it, but here is what my creme de la creme of the selection today, or one of them, Mega Man Legends 2. Got this at the first Goodwill I went to. The CD's in great condition. Not to mention there's a used CD store down the street which busts out your CDs for $2 for you. The guy does them to me for $1 since I'm a serious collector, and it turns your CDs brand new. I might take my CDs down there one day and have them all done. So we got Mega Man Legends 2. I paid $6 for it. I checked it out, and this game was selling for over $30 online, $44 on Amazon, even though Amazon tends to be a little expensive. And over here, behind my first edition Spawn guy, you probably can't see it in the dark there, but I got a little stack of games, mostly like Resident Evils, Final Fantasies, stuff like that. Tomb Raider, Gran Turismo, Parasite Eve, all the games I bought when I first had a PS. Okay, so now you saw my Mega Man Legends. Next, you might have saw it already when I looked down, but there you go. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Collector's Edition. $3. Right when I'm about to leave the store, after buying my 64, I saw a girl putting all the movies on the shelf from the cart. I looked over there, and sure enough, there was a pretty much brand new Majora's Mask Collector's Edition. Look at that. That thing's just... Jesus. Okay, that's awesome. I checked out the prices of that too, and you could find one like that. They're probably worth like 25, $30 in a box like that. So that was another awesome find. Can't wait to play that too. Just the other day, I found the first Zelda for the 64 at a Goodwill. Paid $3 for it, and then I also found Aero Fighters Assault. Excuse me. I was freaked out at first because the Aero Fighters, as some of you might know, on the 64 sells for about $100, or on the Super Nintendo sells for about $100. Yet I found, once I realized the Aero Fighters I was looking at was Nintendo 64, my excitement went down a bit, but I still grabbed the game. I only paid like $2 for it, So I only got 3 games for my 64. Now, I would have the 5, because I would have bought Mario Kart 64 and Smash Brothers if that guy wouldn't have got it, but I'm happy with my Zeldas for now. And we'll check out that Aero Fighters game. Alright, 2 Super Nintendos I did grab, because I mentioned there was a Super Nintendo there, and there was a handful of games. There were most of the first-year games, so you could tell this was somebody who bought the Super Nintendo right when it came out, held on to it for a while, and might I add that Super Nintendo had no yellowing on it whatsoever. It looked like it just came out of somebody's, collection. I mean, it was amazing. I really would like to have it, but I spent all afternoon pissed off about it, so I'm not going to worry about it anymore. So the 2 games I did grab, where I got Mario Kart, that I mentioned. I picked up Mario Kart. I also got the 2 plastic covers for it, which I've now put on my Mega Man, so all my 3 Mega Man sleeves now, which is nice, because I like to take care of those. I like to throw them around on my shelf, too. Alright, so we got that. So we got Mario Kart, and we picked up Mario World. $3 each. I know, Mario World's like $8, $10. And I tried to get a copy of Mario Kart the other week, and it was, $15, $20 online. I picked up another Genesis game. This one I paid $2 for. It's Aero Biz. I knew the Aero Biz on Super Nintendo sold for a lot, so I figured this one would too. It sells for about $13, and Super Sonic Aero Biz sells for 30 something, like 36. But this one sells for like 12. Pretty cool. I found one Atari game, paid $1 for it. Pressure cooker, and this one actually fetches about $10 if you try to buy it online, so that's pretty cool. Hold on to that. And I picked up 4. I'll move these over here since it's dark over there. I picked up 4 NES games. 3 I already have: Baseball, Legendary Rings, Kung Fu, and I finally added Tetris to my collection. The guys at Slackers around where I live, the only used video game store that's mainstream, sell the copy of Tetris for $15 to $20. They're ridiculous. Never buy games at Slackers. Even the used guys around stores, there's like 3 guys who have 3 stores in St. Louis, Missouri, where I live, and they're really cool. They even sell a copy of Tetris for $10. So I got that for $3. Finally added Tetris to my collection. And then, I'll always buy these 5-pin original games. So we got Kung Fu 5-pin, Baseball 5-pin, and another copy of Legendary Wings. So that's probably my 3rd copy of Legendary Wings. I think 2nd copy of Kung Fu, 2nd copy of Baseball. Alright, guys. Alright, I got a couple more minutes left. I thought I ran out of time. Well, alright. Well, let's look at what I got today. So we'll do some playing later, and I'll see you guys soon.